Afghanistan sutures its ravaged lifeline. The 480-kilometer Kabul-Kandahar highway, devastated over decades of war. Reviving this vital transit artery promises renewed flow as one-third of the population awaits urgent reconstruction of the economic conduit bridging capital and trade hub. The nation rebuilds its crumbled bridge to prosperity. If you find this background informative, please like and subscribe for more updates. Now we turn to understanding why rebuilding this highway assumes such urgency and significance. Why is rebuilding this highway so crucial for Afghanistan at this juncture? How will the technical upgrades and economic impact catalyze national development? The answers lie rooted in the corridor's strategic significance and technical scope. Like a throbbing artery, the highway is poised to infuse economic vitality through the heartland states. Let us trace the multiplier impact across security, connectivity, commerce, and integrity. The highway is a critical component of Afghanistan's ring road that connects the central and southern provinces. It links up with the Spin Boldak border crossing to Pakistan, which facilitates trade with the Gwadar port. Smooth connectivity along this corridor allows goods to reach Pakistan's Arabian Sea coast for exports. Additionally, the highway serves as an important supply route for the NATO forces stationed in Kandahar. The U.S. has major air bases and military infrastructure in the province. Upgrading the transit route reinforces the logistics network and combat readiness of the armed forces. The multi-lane highway also strengthens domestic integration and national security. With insurgent threats in rural areas, improved connectivity enables rapid mobilization of defense forces. Further, it acts as an economic bridge between the relatively prosperous Kabul region and the agricultural south. Boosting trade and transport between the north and south promotes national unity and integrity. Faster journey times and enhanced safety features also facilitate increased tourism in Ghazni and Zabul, which host many historical sites. Better connectivity showcases improved law and order to visit exotic destinations south of Kabul. The highway project thus has vital strategic significance amid the dynamic security environment in Afghanistan and the neighboring areas. It consolidates defenses, connects markets, integrates regions, and promotes tourism. The $300 million reconstruction project will upgrade the entire 483-kilometer stretch to a modern expressway with 4 lanes. The rebuilt route will have an asphalt concrete pavement width of 10 meters on each side, with a 2-meter median in the center. The roadway structure consists of layers of aggregates and bituminous macadam, topped by drainage asphalt concrete. Highway shoulders on both sides will extend 1.5 meters outward. The alignment is designed for vehicle speeds up to 100 km per hour. Advanced hydraulic engineering will mitigate flooding risks. 36 bridges spanning over 150 meters will be constructed along with reinforcements on existing bridges. Culverts, retaining walls, and rockfall protection barriers will be built wherever necessary. Smart transportation infrastructure includes electronic toll collection and surveillance systems, CCTV cameras, traffic speed radars. Variable messaging boards will be installed at 25 kilometers intervals. Solar lighting will enable nighttime safety. The control center in Kabul will coordinate incident response teams, ambulance services, and highway police patrols round the clock. Truck weigh stations will enforce axle load regulations to prevent overloading damages. Sophisticated engineering combined with smart infrastructure will transform the highway into a world-class expressway, the safest and fastest route between Kabul and Kandahar. Faster transportation times and lower costs will stimulate economic activity all along the corridor. The highway connects several provinces, acting as an economic lifeline for the region. Enhanced connectivity will promote local and regional trade in agricultural goods, manufactured products, and more. Better access will also attract domestic and foreign investments in mining, mineral processing, food processing, construction materials, and other industries in Kandahar and adjoining areas. Economic zones can be developed along the route to boost industrial growth. With lower transportation expenses, businesses can enhance profit margins and expand operations. Smooth logistics will allow firms to enlarge customer bases in multiple provinces. Individuals will also benefit from more jobs and income opportunities opening up. Upgrading the transit route can thus catalyze commerce and industry across southern Afghanistan. The stimulus effects of the highway will boost incomes and living standards. Construction activity itself will employ workers and activate demand in ancillary sectors. The project represents a down payment on future prosperity along the strategic Kabul-Kandahar corridor. Robust economic multipliers can uplift entire communities over time. The economic impact will likely exceed initial projections as connectivity unlocks latent potential. Led by the Ministry of Public Works, the project involves several reputed domestic construction firms. The highway is divided into multiple segments for execution flexibility. The first phase focuses on reconstructing damaged sections from Kabul to Ghazni on priority. This stretch faces heavy commercial traffic volume along with NATO convoys. Fast-tracking works here will deliver maximal impact. The second phase concentrates on realignments, widenings, and pavement upgrades in Kabul and Kandahar provinces. Advanced graders, dozers, compactors, and pavers are already deployed with pre-construction activities underway. Design finalizations and tendering processes for bridges, drainage works, lighting systems also progress in parallel. The construction plan ensures continuous works across multiple segments to minimize delays. Dedicated project management units closely monitor progress through digital dashboards, regular inspections, and strict quality control aid timely completions. The extensive use of modern machinery allows achieving speed and scale. The aim is to execute works across segments concurrently within 12 months. However, contingency plans account for potential disturbances due to the dynamic security situation. Crisis response protocols are in place for seamless continuation even if temporary redeployments become necessary. The ambitious construction plan leverages domestic capacities and resources. Expeditious project delivery will vastly improve connectivity along this strategic trade corridor within budget. The progress serves as a template for large-scale infrastructure building programs vital for Afghanistan's continued growth. The timely reconstruction of this vital trade route will boost connectivity and economic growth. Do you know who saved 500,000 Afghan lives in a remote Afghan province? A small Japanese man, not very young, a bit stooped, but full of the zeal to help people in any way he could. Japanese superhero called Dr. Tetsu Nakamura, a superhero who didn't need a cape because he had a big heart. Nakamura defied all odds to get water to 500,000 people, starved of water in a remote province of Nangarhar in Afghanistan. This is his story, and a story about how he defied all odds to get precious water to these beleaguered people. But before we start, here's a small request. Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so we can get more motivating content for you. Dr. Tetsu Nakamura, lovingly called Kaka Murad in Pashto, was a Japanese physician and honorary Afghan citizen who headed Peace Japan Medical Services. Uncle Nakamura, as he was also called, was born on September 15, 1946, in Fukuoka, Japan. He graduated as a medical doctor in 1973. Uncle Nakamura said, "One water channel for the drought-ridden people was more useful than 100 doctors, and that water supply would help not just one person but an entire village." 2003 onwards, Nakamura started building an irrigation canal for agriculture in the Khiwa district of Nangarhar province. This was called the Marwarid Canal, and it fed water from the Kunar River to this district that was almost a desert. He used the principles that were used to build irrigation canals in his birthtown Fukuoka more than 200 years ago. Dr. Nakamura built the 25.5-kilometer-long Marwarid Canal without the aid of modern equipment. In addition to this, he also built or restored 8 canals. His canals helped irrigate 16,000 hectares of land and enabled 600,000 Afghanis living in the Gambari Desert in Nangarhar province to survive. But that was not all. He helped build 11 dams on the Kunar River, too. These are his words that also paraphrase his philosophy. Weapons and tanks don't solve problems. The revival of farming is the cornerstone of Afghanistan's recovery. Dr. Nakamura survived many attempts on his life. He missed death by a whisker when he escaped machine gun fire from an American military helicopter. On another occasion, he almost died protecting his canal. Perhaps he knew that he had very little time to live, and this is what prompted him to say, "I would be happy to die here." In 2008, Nakamura lost a dear friend, Kazuo Ito, to terrorists. He now had no choice but to go alone. Going back home to a happy life in Japan was not an option for Nakamura. Death came to him on December 4, 2019. when 8 armed men attacked the vehicle of Peace Medical Services, in which this old, brave man was traveling along with his 5 colleagues. He was shot 8 times and died on the way to a bigger hospital at the airport. His 5 colleagues died too. Kakamurad's funeral was held in his native town, Fukuoka, on December 11th. It was attended by thousands of people. Dr. Nakamura died on that day in December 2019, but Kakamurad will never die. The ordinary Afghanis still remember him as the man who lived in their war-torn country for 3 decades to serve them. Dr. Nakamura won an award known as the Nobel Prize of Asia for International Peace. Uncle Murad worked side by side with the poor people in some of the worst drought-hit districts of the country, carrying bags of cement to bring water to the thirsty and the dying. He did it for the people he cared for and loved with all his heart, and not for fame or awards. He was indeed a rare, precious man. The Eka-Walang Highway, Suf Valley project spanning about 180 kilometers and linking Mazar-i-Sharif to Yakaolang in central Bamiyan, is China's largest highway development project in Afghanistan. The project's objectives are to improve the area's connectivity, trade, and security. Hello viewers, today in this video we are going to tell you about the China-Afghanistan infrastructure, its pros and cons. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more such content. Regarding China and the Taliban relation, one probable question comes to my mind that I entirely leave up to my viewers to answer. How does the Taliban's takeover of Afghanistan affect the security and progress of the project? And what measures has China taken to ensure the safety of its workers and interests? Kindly do not hesitate writing your answers in the comment box below. China is building a major road in Afghanistan as part of its ambitious Belt and Road Initiative that aims to connect Asia, Europe, and Africa through infrastructure and trade. The project is called the Eka-Walang Highway, Suf Valley Project, and it is the largest highway construction project in Afghanistan. But what is the motive behind this project, and what are its effects on the region and the world? The project is a 178-kilometer road that connects the northern city of Mazar-i-Sharif to Yakaolang in the central province of Bamiyan. The project is worth $4.5 billion USD, which is funded by the Asian Development Bank and contracted to the China Road and Bridge Corporation, or CRBC. The project started in 2017 and is expected to be completed by 2026 after facing delays due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the security situation in Afghanistan. The project has several objectives and benefits for both Afghanistan and China. For Afghanistan, the project will improve the connectivity, trade, and security of the region, as well as support the development of the mineral and energy sectors. The project will also help local farmers and exploit a coal mine along the route. The project will create jobs and income for the local people and provide them with access to basic services and facilities, such as schools, clinics, and mosques. For China, the project will enhance its economic and strategic interests in the region, as well as its influence and reputation. The project will facilitate China's access to Afghanistan's rich natural resources, such as copper, iron, and lithium, and its potential markets. The project will also strengthen China's relations with Afghanistan and its neighboring countries, such as Pakistan, Tajikistan, and Kyrgyzstan, and try to promote regional stability and cooperation. The project will also showcase China's capabilities and expertise in infrastructure development and project management. However, the project also faces challenges and risks, both in terms of implementation and impact. The project has to deal with the harsh terrain and weather conditions, as well as the environmental and social impacts on the local communities and ecosystems. The project has to ensure the quality and safety standards, as well as the transparency and accountability of the contractors and the stakeholders. The project has to cope with the security threats from the Taliban and other insurgent groups who have attacked, kidnapped, and sabotaged the project in the past. The project also has to navigate the political and economic uncertainty in Afghanistan, especially after the withdrawal of U.S. troops and the takeover of the Taliban in 2023. China has expressed its willingness to cooperate with the new regime and continue its economic projects in Afghanistan, including the highway project. China has also sought assurances from the Taliban that they will protect China's workers and assets and prevent any anti-China activities from the Afghan territory. However, China also faces challenges and risks in dealing with the Taliban, such as their ideological differences, their uncertain legitimacy, and their relations with other regional actors. The project also has implications for the international community and the global order. The project reflects China's growing role and influence in the world, especially in the developing countries, where it offers an alternative model of development and partnership. The project also challenges the US and its allies, who have invested billions of dollars and thousands of lives in Afghanistan, only to see their efforts collapse and their interests threatened. The project also raises questions about the norms and values of the international system, such as human rights, democracy, and the rule of law, which may be compromised or ignored by China and the Taliban. The Yekavalang Highway, Suf Valley Project is a game-changing project in Afghanistan that has the potential to transform the country and the region for better or worse. The project is a test of China's vision and ambition, as well as its responsibility and accountability in the global arena. The project is also a challenge for the international community and the Afghan people, who have to decide their future and their fate in the face of uncertainty and change. Thank you for watching this video about China's biggest road construction project in Afghanistan. This project has huge implications for the region and the world, and we want to share more insights and updates with you. So kindly like this video, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon, and never miss any update on our channel.